What is up, everybody? How is everybody doing? Let's go. Schedule release is happening. We're on both channels. We're on Get Your Fix with the Wicks and Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. We're here to have a good time. I will have the audio up on NFL Network right here, so you guys can at least hear what's going on and what games are taking place and stuff like that. We'll talk about a few of the leaks and stuff. If you've seen the Minnesota Vikings leaked schedule, don't say nothing, okay? I do have it, but I never looked. I just screenshot it real quick so I can pull it up when I need to and stuff like that. Plus, you never know. It could be wrong. It could be right. But here's where we're going to find out what is going to actually happen this season. I'm pumped for it. Hope everyone is excited as much as I am. Football is just right around the corner. A couple months to go, like Supreme said. What's up, Supreme? What's up, Ryan? What's up, A Rules? Let's go, my guy. Also, guys, we're super close to 1,000 subs. So close. I think we're 67 away on the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. If you're new to the channel, we talk all things Vikings, so make sure to subscribe to the channel. It'll be much appreciated. If you're on Get Your Fix with the Wicks, we're almost to 300. Make sure to subscribe there. Let's kind of talk about these games real quick. I know it just started. Actually, let's stop the music. Let's see what they're actually talking about right here, real quick.
Is the AFC quarterbacks. I've been talking about it for a long time. Just how.
We'll see how this goes. It's gonna be a long night. It is hot as hell in the room I'm in. For some reason, my AC doesn't want to work. I don't understand it. First, the winter, the heat doesn't want to work. Now the summer or spring, even though it feels like summer, the AC don't want to work. So.
Turn on the TV and say, man, like, I'm excited. I'm excited, you know?
Ari Mirov just said the full week 1 schedule. Ben Gosling released the Vikings schedule and stuff like that. I want to wait till these guys actually announce it, see how many people we can get in here. How's everyone day's been so far, huh? How's your week been, I should say?
Who's going to come out of the AFC and who's going to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl? Because you can't pick.
I mean, if you're Kenny Pickett, Ryan Tannehill, or Mac Jones, you're looking at Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, that's good, A Rules. Glad to hear. I don't know if I want to play Eagles mid-season. I mean, yes and no. Like, no for the fact that it'd be great to get them right away, get them kind of out of the way, beat them, obviously, because you don't know what they're going to be about. Not a lot of people are not, like, they wouldn't be, you know, full steam ahead. They're not 100%. Well, they are 100% physically, but, like, you don't really know what the team is about right away in the season until after about week 4, week 5. But mid-season, it'd be nice because we can kind of see how we stack up against the best of the NFC. Do we have a legit chance to, you know, make a Super Bowl run and make a run at the playoffs and stuff like that? It'll be interesting, man, how this kind of plays out. I'm really excited. Week 1, Minnesota is home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay, come on, Baker. Come on, Baker. Come get spanked at US Bank, huh? Okay. Whole week 1 schedule has been released. Let's look at it per Ari Mirov. All right. To start the games on week 1, we have the Lions versus the Chiefs. A lot of us already seen that. Thursday night football should be an awesome one. Defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs, take on a, you know, rising Detroit Lions team. A team that's, you know, on the prowl to make some good things happen, not only this season, but in the future as well. That should be a good one. We have the Panthers versus the Falcons on Sunday. Texans, Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Jags, Colts, Bucks, Vikings, Titans, Saints, 49ers, Steelers, Cardinals, Commanders, Packers, Bears. Ooh, that'll be a good one. Jordan Love gets to start his career off on the right track, hopefully. Well, I guess we want both those teams to lose, but I want Jordan Love to have at least a little success, you know. Let's see: Raiders, Broncos, Dolphins, Chargers, Eagles, Patriots, Rams, Seahawks, Cowboys, Giants, Bills, Jets.
Look who's first up. Look who's first up on the.
Hey, Rules, I think the Lions are heading in the right direction. I really do.
Jets coach Robert Saleh. Lots of interest, coach.
What's up, Ryan?
Yeah, it's exciting time. Exciting time, Rich.
So what do you think of the schedule and all the nationally televised games that's on your schedule? The full dance card here.
So they're talking to Robert Saleh right now, head coach of the New York Jets. I believe they have 5 primetime games, and I guarantee you a lot of that has to do with Aaron Rodgers, obviously being on the team now.
Yeah, only 2 1 o'clock games in the first 3 months of the season. Everything else is
1 o'clock games for the Jets in the first
is watching starting
3 months of the season. That is crazy. Monday Night Football open up Week 1 against Buffalo for the Jets. That'll be fantastic for Aaron Rodgers.
You're always going to prepare to play your division.
Then they got Dallas, New England. Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs. Not too bad. Not too bad.
To get them first, not that it doesn't matter.
I'm sure they will.
Like I said,
I'm sure like these players already knew the schedule, maybe like yesterday or something or maybe today. Maybe they finally got, they're in the building and they kind of see the schedule or what the case is. I have no idea how that's kind of released to them. Maybe via email so they can kind of get a head start on, Week 1 and kind of looking forward to that game and stuff. But
for the World Championship, so it's
yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Week 4 Sunday night against the Chiefs. Week 9 ESPN against the Chargers. Week 10 Sunday night at the Raiders. Then of course there's the
what you mean, rules?
Black Friday game day after Thanksgiving against the Dolphins. Do you address this with your team? Hey, the spotlight's going to be on us.
5 primetime games for the Jets. That's nuts.
That,
Ari Mirov released the full NFL Thanksgiving slate. So on Thanksgiving, obviously, as usual, as always, we have the Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. That's the first game of the day. And we have the Commanders at the Cowboys at 3:30. And then we have the 49ers at the Seahawks at 8:20. For Christmas, I believe we have a triple header, full NFL Christmas slate per Ari Mirov. Raiders at Chiefs at noon. Then we have the Giants at the Eagles at 3:30. We have the Ravens at the 49ers at 7:15. I like that Christmas Day. That's gonna be fantastic. That's gonna be fun to watch, man. Raiders Chiefs division game. Giants Eagles another division game, and Ravens at Niners rematch of that Super Bowl. Where the lights went out and stuff like that. Should be good. Should be good.
At the end of the day, we don't take care of it today.
I wonder if they'll bring KOC
when
on.
it all comes down to it, the
I doubt it,
start
but
even
you never know.
before the season.
You
Any
never know.
thoughts on maybe Hard Knocks coming to visit the New York Jets this summer?
Ooh, that'd be crazy, bro.
Any word on that?
Hard Knocks is fantastic to watch. Super. How do I want to word it?
You want to limit the
super intriguing. You kind of get to see a little bit of the
the
inside stuff that kind of goes on.
I'll let the higher ups deal with that one.
So the Jets are among 4 teams eligible for Hard Knocks this season. The other 3 are the Bears, the Saints, and the Commanders.
Last week when you were kind enough to come on my show,
I would love a Vikings Hard Knocks,
what
man.
have you learned at all? Obviously, you've been around quarterbacks. And
all right, so I'm glad you actually said that. So the Vikings
what have you learned about Rodgers
have 8 home games, 9 away games. Our home games are Bears, Packers, Lions, Saints, Bucks, Chiefs, Chargers, 49ers. Our away games are obviously Bears, Packers, Lions. But we go to Atlanta. Oh, baby, I can go to that game. Let's go. We're moving down to Nashville, Tennessee. It's only a couple-hour drive there from where I will be at, so I might be at that game. Vikings, Atlanta, that'd be fantastic. We have the Carolina Panthers away, Broncos away, Raiders away, Eagles away, and Bengals away.
Very, very deep in thought, very, very caring person, and so he's special.
So we'll see. Let's see what else is popping off. Twitter is going nuts right now.
This conversation, that trophy
yeah, we gotta play the Eagles in Philly. Unfortunately, that's gonna be a bummer.
Those little shrubs. I mean, you could replace those shrubs with actual Lombardis. That would be pretty cool.
You know what? It'd be a heck of a deal. Heck of a deal to add.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'd be okay with week 2 being the Eagles.
Coach, appreciate the time.
I'd be okay with that.
Everything that's going on with your team and obviously cashing them into wins.
Oh, no, you're good.
Good luck with the schedule, but we'll chat before then.
Thank you so much, Rich.
You got Robert Saleh of the New York Jets right here on NFL Network Schedule Release Show.
The Jets got a nice schedule.
Things changing from the first schedule release show we did 20 seasons
Best
ago.
odds to win the Super Bowl, the Chiefs, currently the favorites, then the 49ers, then the Eagles, followed by the Bills, Bengals, Jets, and Cowboys. Damn! You're telling me the Jets are 6th? Or 7th? No, 6th. Jets have the 6th best odds to win the Super Bowl this year. That is crazy. All because they got Aaron Rodgers.
copper goblets.
Supposed to go ping.
Cheers.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think they make the Super Bowl.
So,
In all honesty, I don't think the Jets make it.
This way. Are the Jets'
think they'll make the
Super Bowl
playoffs,
chances
but-
more real than these goblets.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
So how real is it?
I don't know if they're gonna make it to get to the Super Bowl, but are they contenders? 100%. You're talking about a team defensively that was ranked fourth, finished the season fourth in total.
What are the tweets are popping off, huh?
So you added Aaron Rodgers in last year.
Damn, Adam Schefter's way behind. Ari Mirov is already like tweeting all these, and Adam Schefter's just coming in with the tweets.
Wilson and Mike White, and we're like, the Jets are just missing a quarterback. But now
Oh, I
they
mean,
have a quarterback.
there's always a
When
chance they just
when I
didn't
saw
show
this
it.
and I saw Aaron Rodgers go over there. I said, yes, I do. Well, then when you look at this division, they got the Dolphins, they got the Bills, Josh Allen, and sitting back looking like, I'm not gonna let you come over here and take my division.
How long
Are
is
you
this?
crazy? So I'm actually looking forward to seeing if they will be able to
Oh,
get
come
out
on.
of the division
Thank you.
and make it to
Oh,
the Super Bowl.
jeez.
I don't
Are you
see it,
serious?
But are they contenders? 100% they're contenders.
Well,
To the Jets.
To the Jets.
To the Jets, my friend.
Unbelievable.
See, before you came
I
out
don't
here, let me
understand.
show you what I did, Rich. You were taking a break, and me and Amanda
I think the
were out there
Vikings
hanging
have,
out, and I said, look, let me look at
like,
this before we get to it.
what do you have
the
there?
17th or 16th hardest schedule.
For my guy, Rich,
So like
Come on.
hold on,
in the bottom
Rich.
half, we have
This is
a pretty good
possibility
schedule.
because you got 12 there.
17 and 0?
It's a possibility.
I think we can make
Rich,
some
because you
noise
got
this
12
season.
there.
And you must really love
Pretty
Rich.
point blank, I believe the hype.
You must really
I'm all
love
about
Rich.
it. So then when I sat back and I looked at it, guys,
Yeah.
I said, look, I see them winning week 1. I see them going 3-0.
Getting all these
This
notifications.
is a tough game here against the Chiefs. Chiefs win that one. I come up, close your eyes, close your ears.
You good?
They still over there.
So Maurice Jones-Drew has the Chiefs beating the Jets.
They're the Eagles. Eagles are
He has
doing
the
their
Eagles
thing.
beating the
So,
Jets right before their bye
I
week.
get here. It's looking good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it is. It's
15-2 so far.
You go to Buffalo. Buffalo's tough to win in Buffalo. We know that.
Yes.
Okay, so he has
Take an L there.
he has
But
Buffalo
things
beating the
are
Jets
going
at
well.
Buffalo.
But then the hardest place to play in the
What's
league,
up, Willie?
where is it?
Appreciate you for tuning in. I'm feeling pretty pumped, man.
You're in your head right now? I mean, my gosh. What's going on?
South Beach. It's tough
I'm
to
excited
go
to see what
Miami and
happens.
win. The northern teams late
How our
in the year,
schedule
it's
kind of
always
lays
tough
out.
to win down
I
there.
know that it's been leaked and stuff like that, but
I figure they finish off strong.
I'm gonna wait till they
Good
show
job.
it.
Emmanuel talked about
It is
tough
hot in
defense,
here, man.
great
I'm
quarterback,
telling
really
you.
good weapons. Brees Ball healthy. This is what I like. You'll take this, right?
To quote when Harry met Sally, I'll have what
Me
you
too.
have.
What are you most pumped for this season, Willie?
So it's all people helping people.
Wow. Okay.
Actually, that question goes for all of you. What are you guys most pumped for this
13
season?
and 4 would be a remarkable season for the New York Jets. You scan the QR code on the screen. You can purchase individual NFL game tickets or visit NFL.com/tickets.
Listen to
Tom
Jordan
Brady
Addison.
has been invited.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how dynamic he makes our offense.
We heard that earlier today from Robert Kraft.
Tom Brady to be honored at Patriots home opener versus the Eagles week 1. Definitely deserves it. That's my man. Let's go, Brady. The greatest of all time.
Tom Brady will, in fact, be returning to New England as a retiree for the first time. As we know, he came back when he did. There you go. So, again, scan that code that you see.
Oh, they're
on the screen
releasing it on the
while
bottom
you're
right there.
today.
That's a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
I'm telling you.
Really?
I believe the hype, man. I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Definitely most pumped for how our offense, and especially how our defense will look with Brian Flores. Yes, absolutely.
In unprecedented fashion. How will they follow things up this year? Doug Peterson joins us next.
17-0.
You wonder if Brady will get booed? Not a chance. Not a chance. Just because he's going back to New England and stuff, like, I don't see that happening. I mean, he brought them 6 Super Bowls. If they boo, that'd be kind of pathetic. I mean, he got a standing ovation, I believe, when he came from Tampa. I think it was like 50-50. Hey, Brian Flores has a track record of making defenses that are horrible actually worth watching. You know what I mean? I absolutely think it will, Willie. I think our defense is going to be a lot better than last year. And it's the only reason I say that is because our scheme is going to be a lot better. We're actually going to send the blitz. I don't know what in the world Ed Donatel was doing, not blitzing. Dropping Danielle Hunter and Zadarius Smith in coverage. Like, horrible. pathetic. I swear, I hope not. I don't think we will. Brian Flores likes to be aggressive. He likes people flying around making plays. He likes versatility, you know. We got some good young guys, though, in the draft. We did. I'm not sure how Mekhi Blackman's going to do. I've heard some good things. Heard some bad things. But what I'm really excited for is our undrafted free agents. And you guys might go, why? Like, usually they don't make the team. Damn, we do got the Eagles week 2. Let's go. Let's go. Thursday Night Football against the Eagles. Let's go. Let's beat them up. We can take that game, man. Last game of the season's against the Lions. I think that was the right schedule. Well, it was on the TV. It's obviously right, but I think it's the right one that I have here. Absolutely. It definitely could be very, very special for the Vikes. It would remind me a little bit of Randy Moss, Chris Carter. If it works out. If it works. Like if Addison turns out to be a dog. Is Grandizier in here? I bet he had a problem with that. Unbelievable. If he is in here, spell my name right, Grand. Okay? Do your research. That was hilarious. Whatever, though. It is what it is. It's going to be very tough to do that, A-Rules. Very, very tough to make Lincoln Financial Field a version of US Bank. I mean, we traveled decent, but, man, they packed that stadium out. Week 2, people are already buying their tickets. I can guarantee you. Guarantee that. So, let's see. It looks like our schedule is right from this leaked one. I will actually pull it up. Let's see if I can get a scene for it here. Let's go. I'll show you guys the Vikes schedule real quick. Yeah, alright. So, I believe this is the right schedule, so I'm going to put it up here. Here's our Vikings schedule as it currently stands. Hope you guys can see it. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Yeah, the Cowboys always seem to give us a little bit of some fits here. Oh, me too. I seen it today. Somebody posted. I was like, I gotta use this. I got to. So obviously we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers week 1. Week 2, Thursday Night Football. We are at the Philadelphia Eagles. Then we're home against the Chargers. Away against the Carolina Panthers. Home against the Chiefs. Look at that. Home, away, home, away, home, away. Look at that. At the Chicago Bears. I know, right? I told Gage, host of the Denver Broncos Syndicate, I'm like, you better be ready. You better be ready. Broncos they're gonna lose. We're gonna take them down. Week 7, Monday Night Football, we have the 49ers at home. Then we're at Green Bay, at Atlanta, home against the Saints. Sunday Night Football at Denver. Monday Night Football at home against the Bears. Then we have a bye week 13. I guess that's not bad. We can allow players to get rested up if they're injured and stuff like that. Week 14, we're at the Raiders. 15, we're at the Bengals. Looks like that game could potentially be flexed because it says to be decided on the date. Then we got week 16, home against the Lions. 17, we have Sunday Night Football against the Packers. Down goes Jordan Love. And then to finish the season, we're at the Detroit Lions. Absolutely. Yeah, it should be very, very interesting. I think this would be exciting. Let's, you know what? Before I make a video, I'm just kind of leaving this up here for you guys to kind of like look at and see what you like, what you don't like. What game stands out to you guys? What game really stands out? Let me look at it real quick. We'll pause the music.
Home opener for you and the rest
Talking
of
to
the
Doug
team.
Peterson on the TV right now, head coach of the Jacksonville
Jaguars.
Jaguars.
Again this season, but you know what? We'll have to wait. We'll have to just wait and see. Doug Peterson.
You like Week 5
joining
against
us
the
here
Chiefs?
on NFL Network. Thank you so much, Coach.
That'll be a tough one.
Thank you, Colleen. We're excited for our slate of games. We've got the first 2 games in London. The 2 games
that Eagles game is going to be really fun.
About that. Until I told him, Frankfurt doesn't mean he gets a hot
It's going to be really fun to watch.
It's just the name of the place in Germany. There are 3, by the way, we've got a potential, we got a triple header week 15, Patriots, Broncos week 16. As you know, worst to first happens every single
Another
week.
Chiefs.
Give me the worst to first candidate for
Ooh.
2024.
Skull chant will drown out that Chief chant any day of the week. Promise you.
I went to the Nuggets game.
Promise you.
Russell Wilson. I said, don't do that. Why? Right? Defensively, this team is stacked, right? I love this. I love this team defensively. We finished 7th last
Denver.
year. And now we got Sean Payton.
Denver's got 3 primetime games.
Every single time I was in the huddle, majority of the times.
And then they're on NFL Network on week 16. Good for them, man. They got a decent schedule. They got a tough schedule, kind of.
I got a feeling Sean Payton's gonna give
Not really. They could do decent this year. They can go about 500, maybe a little over 500.
I'm shocked.
9 and 8.
Let's ride. It's time, baby.
You've realized that means the Chiefs don't win the division, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I know
That's fine. I made that mistake last year. I learned my lesson.
I believe
You know what? I like to go with those tougher divisions sometimes.
I'm not too surprised. Remember, we rotate. Every 4 years we play a different division.
The Baltimore Ravens, those kind of cancel each other out.
But that would have been cool.
Always played tough. But we haven't seen a full season of Deshaun Watson and what he can do. And so he got those.
Reese Jones-Drew says team that will go from worst to first in their division. The Cleveland Browns he
Actually, one
has.
of our colleagues here who's working with us
Doubt
today, Ronnie McLeod, who was on earlier, until Access was there with us. So I'd like to give him a little love. Maybe
I don't know, Deshaun Watson, we'll see what happens with him,
If you
man.
don't, then, you know,
He can
overall,
perform.
it's okay.
Well, the first 2
He
months don't go
definitely
together.
could perform way better
13-4
than
for
last year. That was
Jacksonville in the
horrific.
AFC.
It's the season.
Absolutely
I'm
horrific.
just trying to bring it all together. I'm just trying to bring it all together. I'm trying to keep everyone on their toes.
Who's that?
Now, this whole thing of business of easiest strength of schedule and toughest strength of schedule, I mean, this is based on last year. We just said we can go from worst to first. So suddenly, oh, well, you must have an easy strength of schedule because those were last place teams, and then suddenly it's tough. Well, same thing goes for this right here. As you can see, the Dolphins and the Patriots, it's AFC East and NFC East teams right there.
This should be a good
Toughest
game.
strength of schedule, since obviously you're playing teams in your division twice right there. Give me
Yeah, no, that
team
Rams-Lions
right
game is gonna be
here
fun.
Has the strength of schedule.
Wait, do they play?
Worst.
For me, I'm gonna go with the team.
Or just in general, you're saying?
The Eagles. At first, I was gonna go to the Patriots because of the division, but when you look at the Eagles, I mean, they're just that schedule was tough. And then when
Eagles, they say, have the toughest schedule. They got New England, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Washington, Rams, Jets, Miami, Washington, Dallas, and they got a bye. Oh, their second half of the season. Kansas City, Buffalo, San Fran, Dallas. I mean, they are gonna get put through the ringer right there.
How did they get Jalen Carter knows how? right? So defensively, they're going to be there. Offensively, they're going to be there. I'm excited to see them.
Don't forget their schedule begins with a visit.
I don't know,
to
A-Rules.
Brady coming back now. It's Sully and Fitz here in Crazy Train. That's going to be quite something. What do you got for me?
Yeah, I'm going to say Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati has a tough schedule. You got to play the number 1 seeds in the AFC. You talked about
Reese
it earlier.
Jones-Drew says
The AFC
Cincinnati
quarterbacks,
Bengals
all those
have
things
the
in
hardest
your
schedule.
division. Then you got the AFC West. You got the
Who do they
Niners
play?
and the
Let's
Seattle
see.
Seahawks. I would say the Rams.
Cleveland,
The
Baltimore,
AFC
Rams, Titans,
Rams.
Cardinals, Seahawks. After their bye, they got the Niners, Buffalo, Houston, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, Indy, us, Pittsburgh, Chiefs, and then Cleveland.
To me, this is a tough schedule, but you know what? Joe Burrow and them always show up and show out. So I can't wait to watch them play.
What do you think?
I think they do that after this. I'm not really sure when that comes out off the top of my head. But they really don't matter too much, so like people aren't gonna be worried about it yet. But yeah, no, I understand what you mean.
Seattle, okay. What do you say?
They got a quarterback right now.
But when you look at him, right now you sit back and say, who's going to be the 49ers starting quarterback to start up the season? But
A-Rules, I hope not.
You got Christian McCaffrey.
I hope that ain't the case. No, we don't need a Rams-Lions NFC Championship. We need a Rams-Vikes NFC Championship game. Okay? Come on now. I know you're just kidding.
I spoke with people. People said, I want to win a Super Bowl. I believe that they can get it this year.
Shout out for everyone tuning in, man. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Be much appreciated. We're almost to 1,000 on the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate. Super close. Almost to 300 on Get Your Fix.
CJ Stroud and Anthony Richardson. You got the Titans. We don't know what the Titans want to do. They don't know if they want to trade Ryan Tannehill, get the ball to Henry, throw the ball. They don't know what they want to do.
All right, let's look at some of the games that have been released so far.
Right, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, me neither, A-Rules. We have 3 London games this year. In Week 4, we have the Falcons versus the Jaguars in London. In Week 5, the Jaguars are headed back to London. They'll probably stay there the whole week versus the Bills. And then Week 6, we have the Ravens versus the Titans in London. I really like those three matchups. That should be a good one.
There you go. Oh, look who's going to be.
That should be, yeah. Ravens-Titans will be a good one.
Michael's talking about the Prime Video schedule.
We have 2 games in Germany. We have the Week 9. We have the Dolphins versus the Chiefs. That'll be a banger. Oh, I'm pumped for that one.
Prime Video game.
Week 10, we have the Colts versus the Patriots in Germany. That's going to be an okay game. Not the greatest thing to watch in the world, but who knows? Anthony Richardson might take that team by storm. We'll see how he performs. You know, A-Rules, I'm not 100% sure how that all works, to be completely honest. We played in London a couple of years ago. No, we played last year in London. I'm pretty positive we played in London last year, because I remember doing a live stream. So, yeah, I'm not sure how often we would get placed over there. I know the Jags play there basically every year. But I think that just has to do with the, like, where they're located. Since they're in Jacksonville, Florida, it's just an easier trip for them, I think. Yeah. Yep, okay. So maybe every 4 or 5 years. I have no idea. We also have the first ever Black Friday game. That's Dolphins at Jets. Supreme, I think the Patriots play in Germany because, I don't know if you guys remember, but there's this thing called the international home markets where teams kind of can market their team and their organization kind of in a certain area. They released it like 2 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't really heard too much more of it, but each team basically has like 2 countries where they're kind of located in, and they kind of have like these developmental leagues or something. I have no idea how it works, but there's international home markets and stuff like that. I believe Patriots is Germany, or one of their countries is Germany. We already talked about Christmas Day. New Year's Eve, that's Week 17, the Bengals at the Chiefs. Rematch of the, what was it? No. Is that the rematch of the AFC Championship game? No Super Bowl game in Germany, ever. Not a chance. Could you imagine watching a Super Bowl at 9 in the morning? No, thank you. I would be so pissed. Imagine, you wake up, drink about 100 beers at 9 a.m., and by the time the game's done, it's noon, and you're already blackout drunk, ready for bed. It would make for a pretty tough day, put it that way. Okay. Plus, no time to make food. You'd have to prepare the night before. No wings, because who the hell makes wings at 8 a.m.? You might as well just make eggs and bacon. Maybe have a little bit of some. What is it called? Oh, what are those called? Bloody Mary? Is that right? Maybe one of those. I don't know. A little boozed up. A nice little cocktail. I would laugh. For real. No. A Super Bowl in Germany. God, that would be a long day. For me. Especially if the Vikings were in it, because I would have to drink. Just, because if we win, it's a fantastic evening, right? But if we lose, just go to bed. Just plastered, That's going to be a fun season, man. I'm excited. Football needs to come back. These last few months have been a little rough on me, so football needs to come back. I miss it in such a big way. Brings me joy. Everything else is forgot about. And we're in my zone. Man, Keith Urban is yoked. I'm getting yoked myself, up 10 pounds in a month. Can I get a hell yeah? I'm feeling great. I think Supreme asked about the preseason schedule. I'm not sure when that releases, to be completely honest with you. I'm sure after today it will get released or something like that. I don't know about Jaren Hall. We'll see. Some people have hope for him. All I can say is I'm pretty sure at one point he might have been a backup to Zach Wilson. Just let that sink in, okay? He's a gamer, but... No. So, A-Rules. We're not trading for Bryce Young. What happened was we were making calls during the draft to potentially, or to try to move up. So if Bryce Young didn't get selected number 1 overall, there was a chance that the Vikings were going to try to trade up to number 2 or number 3 to take Bryce Young. That was the whole scenario that was laid out. That was the rumor that was going around. That's what Tom Pelissero said via the Pat McAfee show, which also leads me to believe that since that didn't work out, right, the Vikings were trying to be aggressive to find a franchise quarterback. I have a feeling next draft, this upcoming draft, I guess you could say upcoming draft. We got a while to go. We got another year to go before the next draft. But I feel like we could trade up, right? If we have a very good season, win the NFC North, make a playoff run, whatever the case may be, we could trade up. Now, if we win the Super Bowl, Kirk Cousins is going to get extended for another 3 years, fully guaranteed, whatever the case may be, because he won the Super Bowl. But if we don't, go get Caleb Williams. Even though he might go number 1 overall, go get Caleb Williams. Do whatever it takes to get that man. Or Drake May out of North Carolina. Right? 2 best quarterbacks in next year's draft, supposedly. We'll see how their season ends up, but... Caleb Williams, quarterback, USC. Dog. I love him. I think he's fantastic. He's the guy that painted F Utah on his fingers and stuff like that. I don't know if that would be... I would think it would be confirmed. Just because there's been a question around Kirk Cousins' career, right? About, can he win the big-time games? Can he get to a big-time game? Get to the big-time game? And can he win that? And if he does, it's like... We haven't won a Super Bowl. Ever. Ever. If he wins one, there's a very, very, very good chance that Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah and Kevin O'Connell sit down and say, look, he's the first to do this in Vikings history. We need to lock him up. for another 3 years. He's getting up there in age. Let's ride it out and send him on his way whenever the case may be. Let's build this team for the next generation, for the next franchise quarterback. The Minnesota Trojans. What was it? Okay, so on that Delvin note, right? Let's get off this. On that Delvin note, so I seen today that apparently, whoops, let's see, where's that report? Did I take a screenshot of it? Of course I didn't. All right, I know where to find it though. All right, so we talked about okay, so early in this offseason there was talks of us potentially trading Dalvin Cook because he didn't want to restructure his contract. He said he wouldn't take a pay cut and stuff like that. So we were going to trade him. Then those talks died down, right? And it went through the draft. Nothing was kind of picking up. And right as soon as the draft was done, bam, there was more rumors. Dalvin Cook's going to get traded, blah, blah, blah. And then for about a week, it died down again until today where we received news from Dav Kleeman. If I said his name wrong, I don't care. Sorry about it. I ain't doing my research. Okay? That's just for certain people that want to take shots at me. Okay? Sorry about it. But he said, update. All signs point to the Vikings likely moving on from running back Dalvin Cook per Diana Rossini from ESPN. And that makes a lot of sense, honestly, because there's been so much talk of it. The dude's worth, what? He's $14 million against our cap. We need to find some way to clear that. Absolutely, A-Rules. You're going to have to let me get my 2 cents in, though. So I can tell him to spell my name right and for him to do his research. So, but we don't need to start no drama, you know? I just love when people come in like that. Absolutely. Well, Get Your Fix is my channel. This is technically my channel as well, the Minnesota Vikings Syndicate, but I represent the Syndicate brand. Which, I mean, he wasn't wrong, obviously, but I still have basically full control. Basically. So, but with Dalvin Cook kind of leaving, I'm not really sure where he'd go. Miami makes sense, but it also doesn't make sense for the sole fact that, look, they have a million running backs. Like, how is that going to work out? Like, are we going to trade him for draft capital? Do we trade him for another running back? Get Jeff Wilson in the building? It wouldn't make sense to me. But trading Dalvin Cook does make sense in general, right? Trade him to the Buffalo Bills, pair him up with his brother. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to get a player in return. If anything, I think we might get a couple draft picks for Dalvin Cook. No, he has not stated where he wants to go. I think he's been kind of quiet on his front, other than the fact that he removed his Viking logo from his T-shirt on his Instagram. He kind of cropped it out basically. But I think that was when the contract talks kind of died down. He wasn't going to take a pay cut and stuff like that. Dude, there's not a chance. They got AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones. He ain't going to Green Bay. I could see Washington. Trade him to Washington, get Chase Young in the building. Nah, that wouldn't happen. Who are some other teams? Carolina. Pair him up with Adam Thielen. It is so hot in this room. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I don't think so, just because I think they are cap strapped. So basically they're on the verge of going over the cap. That's why they couldn't re-sign Leonard Fournette. Right? And if you send Dalvin there, that's $14 million that you got to... Bro, A-Rules, it's a whole thing, okay? Do you remember when it was winter, right? And I said it was cold as shit, excuse me. cold as balls in here. I had the heat on. Well, it was still cold. The heat wasn't working. Now on the flip side, it's what grinds my gears, right? Hot outside, so yes, I'm going to have the AC on, right? Take in mind, I have it set to 50. 50! You know what it is in here? Like 76. How does that work? I have 2 fans going. I mean, it is brutal, dude. I'm only in here for a couple more months, but I don't know if I can take the summer months. If it's that hot in summer, oh my God. See, 65 I can deal with. 70 and above? I mean, 70's not bad, but... Oh, 70's a little hot. But 70 and above, it's just... I don't know. Yeah, set at 50. I don't know if the wires are just like messed up or something, but I'm not gonna like turn the thing up to 80. You know what I mean? To see if it gets colder in here when it could just actually get up to like 90, and then I'm really gonna have one hell of a time cooling this place down. So like I don't want to ruin anything. Yeah, I'm gonna put a maintenance request in here at some point. I'm just lazy, dude. Well, not really lazy. I'm just really busy. I work from 7 to 3. Get home, do my videos. Sit down for maybe a half hour, maybe. Go to the gym. Get home at like 9:30. Take a shower, wash my face, do all that, fancy stuff. Sit down for another hour and go to bed and then repeat. I hope I don't melt. I hope. We'll figure it out, though. I mean, jeez. I ain't too worried. If I start melting, then I'm a witch. I ain't no witch, though. Lions got the Chiefs, the Seahawks, the Falcons, the Packers on Thursday Night Football, the Panthers at Buccaneers, at Ravens, versus the Raiders on Monday Night Football. Bye is Week 9. Then they're at the Chargers Week 10, versus the Bears Week 11. Versus the Packers, Week 12, Thanksgiving. Week 13, they're at the Saints. Week 14, they're at the Bears. Week 15, they're versus the Broncos. Week 16 against us. Week 17 at the Dallas Cowboys on Saturday. And Week 18 against us as well. For me, out of these games right now, if I'm looking for the Vikings schedule, I really like that Eagles game, man. I like the placement of it, but that one really doesn't. I mean, it doesn't stand out, but it does. Let's see. Honestly, I got 2 games that really stand out to me. The first one being Week 7 against San Fran. That's Monday Night Football. That's gonna be a great watch. It's all gonna we could win that game, but it all depends on who's gonna be the quarterback. Okay, that's what it's gonna depend on. Who's gonna be the San Fran quarterback? But their defense is phenomenal. They got Javon Hargrave this offseason, so their defense is absolutely stacked. But I really like that San Fran game Monday night. What is that? October 23rd. Okay, not too bad. But the other one that really stands out to me is after the bye week, Week 15 against the Cincinnati Bengals. Just because, by our bye week, we'll have a good understanding of what our team is capable of doing the rest of the way, right? Are we a playoff caliber team? Are we, last in our division? What's the case? At that point, we should know Week 13. We come out the gate against the Raiders at the Raiders in Week 14. Very, very winnable game. Okay, we should win that game. Let's say at that point we are, I don't know. So we have 12 games before that. Let's see. Let's say we're 9-3 at that point, right? We beat the Raiders. Now we're 10-3. Okay? We're a playoff team. The Bengals is going to be a test because they have a great wide receiver duo. Joey Burrow, Joe Shiesty, whatever you want to call him, is a dog. He's a fantastic quarterback. He's fun to watch. But I think that's going to be a little bit of a test. Like, this schedule doesn't jump out at me and say, like, we're going to lose. Because I think we're going to win a lot of these ball games. Like, we can beat the Bucks and stuff like that. Actually, we're going to do something. I'm going to make a video real quick. Jimmy's okay. You know? He's all right. He's got a lot of injury problems. We'll see how he does in Las Vegas. Let's see. Actually, we're going to keep that up. All right. The Minnesota Vikings 2023 NFL schedule has officially dropped. This is what it's looking like currently right now. Week 1, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Week 2, at the Philadelphia Eagles. Week 3, against the Los Angeles Chargers. Week 4, at the Carolina Panthers. Week 5, home against the Chiefs. Week 6, at the Chicago Bears. Week 7, against the San Francisco 49ers. Week 8, at the Green Bay Packers. Week 9, at the Atlanta Falcons. Week 10, home against the New Orleans Saints. Week 11, we're at the Denver Broncos on Sunday Night Football. And then Week 12, we're Monday Night Football against the Chicago Bears at home. Then we have our bye week, Week 13. Week 14, we're at the Las Vegas Raiders. Week 15, we're at the Bengals. 16, we're home against the Lions. Week 17, Sunday Night Football against the Green Bay Packers at home. Should be a fantastic game. And then to finish the year out, we're at the Detroit Lions at Week 18. So if we're looking at the schedule right here, I'm going to go through game by game, kind of give you my prediction, what I think the Vikings are going to do this season. So we're going to beat the Bucks. We're 1-0, right? We're going to beat the Eagles on Thursday Night Football. Sorry about it. We win. We're 2-0. We're going to beat the Chargers. We're 3-0. We're going to beat the Carolina Panthers. We're 4-0, okay? Week 5, we're probably going to lose. Just being realistic. I don't want us to lose, but I think that's what's going to happen against Patty Mahomes at home. So we're 4-1. The Week 6, we're going to beat the Bears. We're 5-1. Week 7, oof. Week 7, we're probably going to lose, pending the quarterback. But right now, I'm going to mark it as a loss. So we're at 5-2 right now. Week 8, we're going to beat the Green Bay Packers. Okay, we'll be 6-2. Week 9, we'll beat the Falcons. So we're 7-2. Week 10, we'll beat the Saints, 8-2. Week 11, we'll beat them, so we'll be 9-2. We'll beat the Bears Week 12 on Monday Night Football, so we'd be 10-2. Then Week 14 at the Raiders, we'll win. I think we'll be 11-2 at that point. We'll lose to the Cincinnati Bengals, so that would be 11-3. We'll beat Detroit. We'll beat Detroit at home, so we'll be 12-3. We'll beat Green Bay. We'll be 13-3, and then we'll lose to Detroit away. So what? 13-4. Another 13-4 finish. I think that's what I'm kind of giving the hope for the Vikings. 13-4 seems like a realistic possibility. We did it last year, but I think our schedule is a little bit easier this season. We have 5 primetime games, so hopefully primetime Kirk come out and actually execute. And play some phenomenal football, and hopefully the rest of the team kind of helps them out as well. But that's the Vikings schedule. Looks like a good one. Looks like a decent one. I'm pumped for it. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 1,000 subs. So thank you guys so much. And Skol Vikes. All right, I just had to record a video, so we're back to you guys. That was the only thing. Let's see. I can see us going 13-4, though, realistically. Yep. Just got the notification. NFL Viking tickets now available. Get yours today. Get yours today. Some are saying 50. Who are some? Not that I'm saying I don't believe you, but I could see 15-2. I really could. I just slipped in that Detroit Lions loss because it always seems like we split with them somehow, and if we're gonna lose, we're gonna lose at their place. But Chiefs. We'll lose to the Chiefs. That's a for sure loss. But I hope not. Okay. Bro, 15-2 would be phenomenal. But if we're 15-2, gosh darn it. If we're 15-2, we better go to the Super Bowl, okay, and win the darn thing. Because God, I am just dreaming of a championship. We all are. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, now you want to scroll. Nice. Damn, how long does this thing... Oh, okay, so it goes till 10. Not a chance we're going to do that whole thing. Not a chance. That'll be a good game to go to, A-Rules. That'd be a very, very good game to go to. I will definitely be going to Atlanta, November 8th. Ooh, Thursday Night Football will be fun as long as you don't have to work Friday. Make sure to take off that Friday. I'm just going to help you out, okay? Go to Thursday Night Football knowing you don't have to work so you can just get absolutely plastered, okay? And have a blast. I'm going to miss US Bank. Oh, hell yeah. I'm hoping that I can come back up sometimes and visit US Bank Stadium from time to time. Who are we Thursday Night Football? Eagles, week 2. So better buy your tickets. Oh, but that's at Philly, so never mind. You can't play. You can't go unless you go to Philly. Go to Philly. Help bring some Viking fans over there. You know, like you said, let's take over Lincoln Financial. You know. Yeah, if you go to Philly, you might as well wear an Eagles jersey. You might as well. Which I'm prepared to do so. Because we do got the Brian Westbrook jersey. All right? Okay? So, shout out to John for letting me borrow that. But, die, Eagles, die. Ooh, week 17. Home Sunday Night Football against the Packers. December 31st. Oh, I gotta text the boys. I gotta let them know. Let's see. How do I... Oh, edit. Boom. Boom. Whoop. Done. Done. Absolutely, Arrows. That would be a blast. It'd be great to meet, you know, a fan, a friend, I can consider you, a YouTube friend. My mod, you've been here and doing your thing. That would be a blast, dude. But, you know, like I hope to make it back up to Minnesota because I am moving to Tennessee in September. So I'll be calling that home for however long. Not really sure. So, but I hope I can make it up for a game at some point. He's like, "What's up? I'm A-Rules." I'm like, "Oh, cool. Like, what's your real name?" You don't have to say it out here, but yeah. Yeah, I don't care. I'm loony myself. Well, sometimes. I think we all can be. Now, games are fun to go to, man. I used to be like the quiet guy, just clap and stuff, cheer on the Vikes. But since I've kind of opened up and got out of my comfort zone, I am rowdy. I get loud. I lose my voice by halftime sometimes. I'm so excited for this season. Like, this right here brings me so much joy. Just looking at that picture with Kirk Cousins tapping Justin Jefferson on the helmet over the skyline in Minneapolis, bro. Football can't come soon enough. Like, I don't know. Just overall happy. And by that time I should be monetized too, making some money. And hopefully life will be a lot better, you know? Experience new things. Oh. Man, let's see. That is such a good picture. Is that even... That has to be Minneapolis. got to be. Oh, yeah. If we're 13-4, we'll definitely be NFC North champions. Unless the Lions have a phenomenal season. Which I think they could do. What is the Detroit Lions schedule? That's what I'm going to look at. I mean, we've seen it on the... Oh, images. Okay, well, that's not what I wanted to see. Detroit. I think that Week 16 game against Detroit probably decides who wins the division. Honestly, Chicago is decent, but something tells me they're gonna have another middle of the pack season. Like they're gonna finish third in our division. It'll be us, Detroit, Chicago, then Green Bay. But Detroit has a good chance of winning it. I think, yeah, I really do believe that Week 16 game against Detroit, that's when it's going to be decided of who's going to be the NFC North champions. I hope it is not Detroit. I don't think they've won. They haven't won the NFC North since it got restructured. Because we used to have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in our division. They got moved out after the Houston Texans and Carolina Panthers got at it. One of the two, I can't remember. But yeah. Let's see, Detroit. Detroit is at the Chiefs, so they're 0-1. Against the Seattle Seahawks, they're 1-1. Atlanta Falcons, they're probably 2-1. At Green Bay, they're 3-1. Versus Carolina, 4-1. At Buccaneers, 5-1. At Baltimore, 5-2. Versus the Raiders, we'll say 5-3. They got bye week. Week 10, they're at the Chargers. I'm going to go 6-3. Versus the Bears, they're 7-3. Versus the Packers, they're 8-3. At the Saints, they're 8-4. At Chicago, they're going to lose that one. They're going to split it. They'll be 8-5. Versus Denver, they'll be 9-5. At us, I have us winning that one. So they'll be 9-6. At Dallas, they'll be 9-7, and then versus us, I have them winning. So they'd be 10-7. That seem about right. I could see a 10-7 season out of the Detroit Lions and finding their way into the wild card. I really can. Last year they were right there. They needed a couple things to happen, but 10-7 making the playoffs for the Detroit Lions. I think that'd be pretty realistic. So maybe that game won't even come down to who wins the division. Oh, we got some more first round deals getting signed. Nice. Yeah, I don't think that's Minneapolis either. I was looking at it. It might be, but it might maybe a suburb. I have no idea. Yeah, that's the first thing I noticed. I didn't see that tower.
Hour number 2 of this 3-hour schedule release extravaganza in 2023. That's a QR code at the bottom of the screen. So everybody take out your camera phones, because we know you're watching this with the second screen open, and shoot that QR code.
Oh yeah, we are. We actually got two screens open. Okay, there, Rich.
Actually see the schedule. You know when you can.
But yeah, guys, that's our schedule right here.
To your home
Not too shabby.
here,
Not too shabby indeed.
In 23. So look, Goff and Mahomes
I'm
have
pumped.
faced off only one time.
Super
I believe
stoked
you
for this year.
recall that.
I
Were you in
remember
the
that
booth for that?
I was in the booth for that.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
54-51. Rams versus Chiefs. 105 points. Goff had 4 touchdowns. A huge, big win for the Rams that night, and so obviously the league would take some form of that level of excitement.
NFL kickoff 2023 Lions at Chiefs, which is Thursday, September 7th at 7:20 p.m. Central Time on NBC.
Let's see what you
Oh my God!
I probably would have went with the rematch of the Super
Oh, good.
Bowl
That gives me about a week to
that's a
prepare
big piece of filet mignon
and get everything
served
set up down in
right there.
Tennessee.
That's what I'm saying. That is tough. That is tough.
John, if you're
That's tough for the
watching,
Detroit Lions. And the reason I say that is
as soon as we get that place or get a place, you've got to get that
right. If you haven't been to those big games, well, that'd be like
that thing that
saying,
Marvin has. If you're
yeah,
watching,
play week 1 to kick off. In Jacksonville, we didn't do that. We didn't play in those big games. So you're asking a team, yes, they're on the rise, but it's about performing at that high level over and over and over again. And so to start them off, yes, they're explosive. Yes,
I would like a Christmas game.
But this is the
To be
problem.
completely
They were
honest.
32nd in total defense last
I would really
year.
enjoy a Christmas game. There's just a vibe about Christmas Day, man. Like, it's such a good day. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because there's presents and stuff, but something about Christmas Day, like, imagine it's the night game of Christmas. Like, Christmas Day, night game, prime time, like, that would be phenomenal. Like, I went a couple years ago, what, 3-4 years ago now?
Yes.
4 years
It
ago?
was a big team. It was the Rams coming back, Super Bowl.
Me,
the Bills were
John,
top
who's
of
my
the
buddy,
inside.
Packer fan, we went to Christmas Eve game. We played the Green Bay Packers at US Bank Stadium.
Yeah, for me, like
Phenomenal time. We were winning the whole game, and then bam, out of nowhere,
I thought that they could place
Green Bay
pieces
came
better.
back and won.
And then I see the Jameer Gibbs, when they drafted that kid, I was like, what is going on? But then I remembered, I was at home and I'm like, okay, I played with Dan Campbell when I was with the Warriors.
I wouldn't mind a rematch.
Man, that could be
I wouldn't mind a rematch.
Right? So maybe Dan
Maybe you can take him down.
Trying to redo what he had in New Orleans. And then they took the kid out of Iowa, Jack Campbell. I'm like, okay, they're making that defense better. So I started to get excited about
Let's see.
it because they finished the season, they won 8 out of the last 10 games. They had momentum. Was it a shocker for me? Yes, it was a huge shocker for me. But are they deserving of it? 100% they're deserving of it.
Well, you can also blame that on Kirk Cousins.
Had
Had Adam Thielen wide open.
Look,
Wide open.
That's something that they put
On the opposite side of the field. Didn't even look his way.
On New Year's Eve. And then the Bills,
And you throw it 3 yards down the field. You need 8 yards, throw it 3.
Assignments in someone else's building as they're raising a
It's
family.
because
So they put the Lions there. And
Kirk
the
Cousins
Chiefs,
chokes under
come out
pressure.
that
He's
big
not
last
clutch. He gets
weekend as
frazzled.
well.
Yeah.
Do we
Some
just run
people
back
can't
to
accept
What do you
that.
think?
I've had one guy in my chat at one point was like, why is every Vikings channel saying it's Kirk Cousins' fault, yada, yada, yada? Because it is.
I want them to do much better.
Like, I get so frustrated by that. Like, yes, our defense was garbage, trash. One of the worst in the league, if not the worst in the league. But when you have an opportunity to make something happen, you throw it 3 yards down the field and expect to get a first down, you're a lunatic. You're crazy. You gotta throw it downfield. Throw it to your number 1 receiver, Justin Jefferson, or a wide open Adam Thielen. Like, so many times it comes down to Kirk Cousins and his decision making.
The AFC is stacked. So it's going to be interesting to see if they can run it back.
Exclusive
Exactly. We've
window
seen Kirk
games
do
for
better.
those who might not know is a TV media
But that's the
term
thing. When he's
for nothing
better when
else
he's not under pressure. But when he is under pressure,
games going on.
when the lights come on,
Someone else in
the lights go out for Kirk Cousins. He doesn't know what to do. He starts freaking out. He starts making dumb decisions.
That's how we send things over to
But
college.
and it only takes one dumb decision to end the season. So
He joins us now, fresh off his second Super Bowl win, ready to
You know,
run it
it's-
on
I don't
back,
know.
And we just heard
That's
8
why we're not
exclusive
extending him.
games
That's why we
for the
wanted to
Chiefs, the
find
most of
a
any team
replacement.
coming up this season. I'm sure you have notes on the schedule that you just saw, but when you look at those exclusive games, the first one, kickoff of the season, what was your reaction?
Yeah, I like the schedule. We've got to play them somewhere and sometime. So, we start off with Detroit, and Detroit's a heck of a football team. They showed that at the end of the
Yeah, they
season,
did.
how they've grown.
we have got to. I want to see if they bring on KOC, but I'm getting
All
hot.
right, so you will
We've been on
be
for a little
in
over an hour now.
Germany for one of the international games. Tyreek
We've showed
Hill
the
won't
schedule.
be
I mean,
able
hell,
to
it's up right
return
here.
to Arrowhead for his revenge, but
Absolutely,
he was
Amos.
saying
Thank you for
that he
joining.
wants you guys to
Actually, you know
get the
what? With
signals
that,
because he already knows all of them.
we
So-
are going to sign off. I appreciate everyone who tuned in and stuff. I know it wasn't that long, but we got the Vikings schedule. This is the correct one. I'm pumped for this season. It's going to be fantastic. Just a couple more months. We have to wait a couple more months for football. Going to be fun. Can't wait. We'll talk about this more and more and more. But have a great, absolutely A-Rules. Have a great rest of your day, guys. Have a great rest of your week and stuff like that. And yeah, hey, Skol Vikes, baby. Week 1, we take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Baker Mayfield better be ready because we're bringing the heat, and we ain't losing. 13-4 is my prediction. We'll see what happens. Have a great one, Skol, Minnesota Vikings.